The biggest mistake that I made was number one, getting comfortable. I got way fucking comfortable with when we were running paid ads. I was so comfortable with the fact that I knew that, like, leads were coming in, like this stuff's working, and I was taking setup fees. I really wasn't paying for ad spend, so nothing was coming out of my pocket. So I got hella fucking comfortable, and it cost me the fucking agency. Like, it's costing me momentum just because I got comfortable. And I really want to stress that, nothing fucking matters if action is not being taken, and if you aren't keeping up with your agency, because if you're getting comfortable, that means you're slowing down. But if your agency is always on a fucking 12 and it's, there's a brick on the fucking gas pedal, like, you gotta keep up with that hoe. You know what I mean? Like, you gotta keep up with the car. So my ass was getting comfortable and I was slowing down. I wasn't getting to the lead as quick as possible. I wasn't hopping on the intros, as I should have. I wasn't hopping on the demos. Sometimes I would skip demos, or do something through them because I just felt like they weren't gonna show up. And why they wouldn't show up? Because I wasn't there on time. I wasn't having a conversation though as they opted in. I wasn't doing any of that. I wasn't making sure that my no-show rates were fucking low as possible. I wasn't doing as much as I could have to see the highest return on those ads because my ass was so comfortable. And I'll tell you, number two is spending. The setup fees that I got, I literally spent a lot of money. Like, and I'll give some context, but I've never had above like $100. I've never had above like $300 in my bank ever. But it's kind of a rule in our house, like, you don't ask for money. You can ask for advice, you can ask for food, you can ask for anything else, but you cannot ask for money. Because my family, I'm not here to poor me. But this is my situation. My family just isn't, we can make it, right? But we don't have any extra. So with that being said, there's no asking for money. And so when I had, instead of $300 in the bank, I had $3,000 in the bank plus some, my fucking mind would justify DoorDash. It would justify buying a whole fucking PC. It would justify buying a desk and all this other shit. And I bought a fucking guitar, which, I do enjoy because I use it every day. But still, that's fucking besides the point. What the fuck? I bought so much shit with that amount of money because not only was I comfortable, but I felt like I was on top of the world. And there was no expenses coming out of my pocket, so it felt like just I was printing money, And two things with that. One, I had guarantees, and my guarantee was if I didn't hit this amount, I would refund you. Me spending that money puts that guarantee at risk and the company at major risk, because if we do not hit the guarantee and we do not have the money refund, then we're in trouble, right? Second, me spending that money on the most, it is useful. The PC is useful. The guitars, it's definitely a time killer for sure. And I've learned a lot doing that shit. But is it really necessary? Was it really worth the purchase? Couldn't it have waited a little bit longer? Like, if I'm gonna spend this much money with just $3K in the bank, what if I had $10K in the bank? How wild would I go? I had no self-control. I have no self-discipline when it comes to that budget, the money shit. And I know that's a product of me not ever having that in the past, and I got very comfortable. So that created, my habit of just buying DoorDash every fucking day. Like, just for lunch, like Chipotle, it was like $50-$60 sometimes. But I look at the bank, see like $28, $3,000, and I look at the DoorDash order, it's like $60. I'm like, that's justifiable. You know what I mean? Like, I gotta work. Like, I'll eat the meal, and now I'm energized to keep working. But when I would do that, keep working, I wasn't really at my max potential to keep working. Like, I wasn't I wasn't even doing that much. You know what I mean? I wasn't doing what I could have. You know, it would have made sense if I was hopping on all the intros, I was hopping on the demos, I was talking to a lot of people, I was keeping up with them, I was following up, I was doing all the things, but I wasn't. I fucking wasn't. So, yeah, that was a fucking problem. Me spending a lot of money in just short, I had to refund a client $750, and that brought me down to like literally like all close to being broke. And then I had to pay for agency lab, so that's like a grand, another G plus out. And then I bought a PC, so that's another G. And then there's other shit like this stuff could have waited a long time, but my ass was, I had money that I've never had before. I was a little fucking excited, and I made the purchases because it was so easy for me to justify it because my emotions were justifying it. I was just making up shit that wasn't even reality. So, that was one thing. The fourth thing that was really important, a really important mistake, was not setting good expectations. And I had to learn that the hard way when I lost a bunch of clients was because I was not setting proper expectations. So when that just comes from the lack of two things: lack of experience and the lack of, I guess, maybe knowledge or empathy, just not really understanding the clientele from where they're coming from. But when I was running ads for like B2C, they were popping off, bro. Like we were getting so many leads, we were setting so many appointments, like it was going really well. I use that to really, if you tell your solar client, hey dude, I'm gonna get you this many leads in this many days, and I'll get you probably your first appointment on the first day. They're like, here, take my fucking money, please. And that's what happened. And it turned, like, now after that was the expectation set, and the expectations were set up here. So now in their head, they're thinking, okay, I get my first appointment the first day, and then, things go really well, blah, blah, blah. And then they don't. And what do you do when they don't? What does the client think when they don't? Do they feel betrayed? Do they feel lost? Do they feel like, this guy, he said this, but it's not happening, so am I being lied to? Like, if I told you I can make you $10K in a week, and then you give me like $5,000, and then a week comes, I don't give you shit. What does that make you think of me? So that's the same thing that was happening with them. Was I wasn't setting proper expectations because I didn't know what expectations to set, because my expectations for my service delivery and how things were performing was all the way up here, even though that's just circumstances. That's not in general, and it isn't reality. Like, you aren't gonna get those crazy results for everybody. You won't. So, service delivery wasn't the best for them. They spent about a couple $100, which, if I set proper expectations, I probably wouldn't have lost the client. We probably would have still been working together. All right, so with that being said, I made a lot of mistakes. It's really hurt the agency. And, the saying is, like, you don't know how valuable something is until it's gone. So during this whole period, the momentum was gone, the fuel was gone, the outreach was gone, the confidence was gone, the fire that keeps you going was gone. So it was almost as if I was working every single day on this agency just to do it, I felt like such a standstill, and I felt like I was just working to keep it at a standstill, and that was just the consequences of my actions. Like, me spending all that money could have been put towards, could have put back into ad spend, and could have started scaling things, but I was too comfortable and I was too soft that I wouldn't I knew that was something that I wanted, but that wasn't something I wanted to work for. That wasn't something I didn't want to take money and put it into ad spend, when first, I'm not paying for ad spend, and second, there's a bunch of cool shit that I'm doing now. All this other stupid ass degenerate shit. You know what I mean? So, some people say like, I'm being hard on myself. I don't give a fuck, man. Like, this is the honest, dead ass truth, and this is the stuff that happens to, like, this had to have happened. Like, it sucks and it is a big ass mistake, but bro, you need to you need to have mistakes. You need to like actually feel your problems, dude. So when I feel rock bottom in this agency, I need to sit there for a fucking while and feel it, because it's like taking 10 steps backwards to go 20 steps forward. Because now I understand how fucking valuable that momentum was and that money was. How valuable, how I could have used that money to different things and different opportunities to excel forward. But my ass got super complacent, comfortable, and I chilled out. And that was just me not really understanding at a deeper level how important everything about that was. Now that I made those mistakes, and they really aren't mistakes. They're pretty much lessons, but they've costed a lot. Not even just me, but my partner. Like, it cost her a lot of money for my mistakes. So it's a huge burden, and it holds heavy weight. But I'm always about moving forward, and I'm always about definitely just moving forward. Like, yes, I made those mistakes. Yes, it costed me everything. But what am I gonna do now? Well, I'm not gonna fucking cry about it. I'm gonna own up to it. I'm gonna post this fucking video, and I want to be. I want to be like, this is something that happened. You know what I mean? I want to have this on recording, just so I can always go back to it and be like, this is when my dumbass, like, just keep myself accountable. Like, have it on paper that Hunter made this mistake because of his complacency, his fucking, ungrateful ass. Like, I wasn't really connected with the deep values that were, like, instilled within all the agency shit. I really wasn't. Wasn't feeling it. But like, bro, after a fucking, month of just no progress, it fucking kills, man. It literally fucking kills. It sucks. Oh my god, it's the fucking worst. It's like, I don't ever want to experience this ever again. And I'm so for seeing the future of my company, my agency. Me and my partner's agency, me and my partner's company, fucking growing. Absolutely going through the roof. Like, and this isn't based out of emotions. Like, this isn't like just my hype session. Like, this is like honest truth. Because after you reach rock bottom in your agency, what it felt like rock bottom, like, now there's no such thing as hype at that moment. There's no such, now it's like, let's take a step back, see wherever we went wrong, why it went wrong, and then how can we prevent this from ever happening ever fucking again, so we don't have to deal with this. And so that's what happened. I made these mistakes, but they were great lessons. I feel like I understand the value of all these things a lot more. I'm not so fucking excited when the money comes in. I'm not super excited to go fucking spend it, because it's not my money anymore. It's the company's money, it's the agency's money, it's my partner's money, and my partner's very big, and she taught me this lesson. She said, you don't mess with people's money. You don't. You fucking scamming ass fucking agencies out there, bro. Like, you don't fuck with people's money, because people use money to pay for their families, pay for food, survive. And if you fuck with that, you fuck with, like, their life, bro. Maybe someone that you're, ripping off isn't really having too good of a day, or maybe they have a family emergency and really needs the money, and then you just fucked them. You just fucked it up. So, you don't mess with people's money. And when you run a business, an agency, and you have a partner, and you have, a small team, there's no room for your ass. Like, there is no room for your selfishness. There's no room for you. Like, it isn't about you anymore. It's about the agency. Your agency's a little baby, bro. It's not about me anymore. Like, it isn't about what I want. If money comes in, it's not about me. I will gladly be broke. I'd rather have $0 in this bank account, but I have $100 million in the fucking agency account, knowing that shit's still growing. Because it's not about me, bro. And I think that was actually something that I think about now is actually, that's probably what it is. I was being selfish. Like, I wasn't using any of the money, any of the resources, any of my, effort to really transcend the agency for the agency. I was just taking that money for myself and using it for myself. And that's just complete selfishness. But it's shit that like that, and it's shit like that really kicks you in your fucking ass. It punches you in the face. It's like, hey, dude, stop. Like, you're really fucking this up, and you're really fucking up that whiteboard over there. Like, it has my goals and shit on it. You're really fucking up everything you ever worked for, just for your selfish ass needs. We're projecting to start paid ads again, and we're projecting to definitely not do what we did before, or what I did before. We're gonna start running paid ads. I'm going to be on top of everything, because I cannot afford the momentum to be gone again, nor can I afford my partner's money being put into this. I can't afford to that, like, she's just putting money and not seeing anything out of it. Like, there needs to be a return. And if I'm going to claim responsibility of that, because I do manage that. So I need to make sure that I'm closing enough clients. The responsibilities and the people that I manage and the systems that I have and the momentum, it's still not worth losing, even at that mark. All it is $10K in the bank, and all you should see is just $10K in ad spend, $10K in agency money. Like, that's all you should see. It's not yours. It's not about me anymore, bro. And that's what I had to realize. It's not about me. What am I doing? Like, spending money and getting uncomfortable and shit. It's not even about me, bro. So, I mean, I'll fucking talk about this shit all day, but come to conclusion. I just want to be very transparent. I want like, I don't really like the fact when people ask me how are you doing and I say I'm good. I'm not good, bro. Like, how's your AC going? Good, man. No, it's not, bro. I really fucked up. I really did fuck up. And, shout out to Levi and, like, all the boys, because, like, I really love Levi's honesty. And then I see my boy Dylan, like, really fucking crushing it, dude. And I'm like, fuck, man, like, I really got to keep myself accountable, man. And I really got to, like, get rid of and I really got to stop being selfish and be grateful. Have some gratitude toward my partner. Have some fucking, all this shit. Like, I just can't I will not do this again. So we're going to start running paid ads again. And I'm really hoping that with every lead that comes in, I will be on that fucking intro call. I will call them instantly, no matter what fucking time. Because I cannot sacrifice this shit again. And I want this company to be self-sustaining. I want the agency account to have $1 billion in it. I want to put $1,500 in ad spend, and then I want to make fucking $5,000 or $10,000. And what's even, and on top of this, I hope I can edit this down to something really short. But one thing that I forgot to mention this whole time was that my sales ability. I was getting so comfortable and I didn't really have the balls to apply any pressure or close the deal. I didn't have the balls. I was too comfortable. I really didn't have it. You know what I mean? I didn't have the hey, ready for car details whenever you're ready. Like, that stupid shit. I didn't have the balls to contest what they were saying. I was super nice and whatever the fuck. And that cost me $7,500. That's what it cost me. I hopped on 3 demos. They were such great demos. And they were so for it. Like, it was so good. Some guy just said, hey, send me the contract over on the call. I was a baby closer, bro. I wasn't pushing the sale forward. I wasn't pushing the sale forward to the point where money's coming in. I pushed it to where it was agreed upon that, we might go forward. Those 3 demos that went really well, gone. One ghosted me, one went with another company, and the second or the third said my contract didn't was like the verbiage was weird. And they also went with another company too. So that cost me so much money because I didn't have the balls to push the sale forward. So since I went through this time period of just like absolute like fucking torturous slowness, no momentum garbage, the recent 2 demos that I hopped on, and any demo from now on, I cannot afford to let that motherfucker go, bro. I cannot afford, be like, yeah, man, I'll send you some details, blah, 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 blah. No, I cannot afford that. I have to get money in, whether that be a deposit, whether that be, I don't know, maybe a reschedule. I need something out of that. So, just the fact that those 3 good demos went down the fucking drain because I let them go, I let them think about it, and if they were so for going on the call, then they should have gave me their fucking card details on the call and would have moved forward. But I didn't want to push it that far. I was too much of a, you know what I mean? I didn't have the balls. So, there's been major lessons learned this fucking, past month. Man, it's been fucking wild. Major lessons learned, hard conversations had, a little bit stressful shit going on. But that's the beauty of fucking business, man. That is the fucking beauty of it. Because I know that nobody in my family, there's not that many people that will go through shit like that when they know they can just get a job. They know the easy way out. But I can't take that easy way. Fuck that shit. One analogy that I, thing that I think about is your business journey is like a tunnel. It's like a big long tunnel, and you're walking every day, just walking through that tunnel. And when you look to your left and your right, every step you take, there's a door, and that door says "way out," way out. That's what it feels like. Entrepreneurship, this SMMA shit, just being fucking running a business in general. It's an everyday decision. You make this decision every fucking day. You wake up and you decide to work. You wake up and you decide to work. You wake up and you decide to move things forward. But every step you take, any times when things get hard, your mind already goes to the fucking solution, the easy way out, blah, blah, blah. So when things get hard in your agency, now you have 2 options. You have the easy way, get a job, go do something else that brings money in, that there's less worry, less stress, less whatever, more security there. The hard way is keep going, knowing that there's more return in later down the road, blah, blah, blah. Keep going. If the easy way option was a option, you would have took it in the first place. But the fact that you're contemplating if the easy way or the hard way is the right way to go, and if the easy way is even negotiable, then the hard way is the best way, is the right way to go. Because if the easy way was the right way to go, you probably would have already did it. So with that being said, there's been major lessons learned, and shout out, and I bless my fucking partner with her commitment, her fucking money, just her fucking attitude towards things. She really has invested in me, and it's my responsibility to not let her down and also have her reap benefits. I really want to make her a bunch of money, and it all starts with me, because I'm responsible for how this shit runs. I manage the sales side. I do the things, so I need to be on top of that. I cannot afford for her to keep putting money into this, not seeing no return, And she's such a good person that you just don't do that. You can't fuck with someone's money, and I'm not gonna fuck with her because she's put so much effort, time, and shit into this, and she makes a lot of money, so she could be doing something else, but she's doing stuff with me and investing in me, investing in this agency, and I gotta understand that and be grateful for it. Stop being fucking selfish. So, bless her. Shout out to her. And fucking just, bro, less fucking problems. Like, thank God I dealt with this shit now, because if I dealt with this shit when I was at 10K, 15K, it would have been fucking nuts.